Hey guys, I just wanted to apologize for the uploads becoming slower and slower. There's been some things going on that's not entirely in my control, and honestly, it's been affecting how it is I've been able to just make videos and stream. It's why my videos and even streams have become random in posts, no longer following my strict 3-day rule schedule. Ideas just fail to come to me lately, and I haven't been doing my themed streams as the stress kinda just makes me forget, despite me trying to be as happy as possible for you guys on stream. I've been taking care of someone I care about very deeply who is very unwell, and have been running back and forth doing everything I can to make sure they're okay. But I appreciate you guys for sticking around and coming around. I have so many ideas that I would want to do, but my current emotional and mental state of mind won't let me. Anyways, apologies if this video seems a little lackluster compared to my other ones. It may not be as funny, but at the very least, I wanted to get something out there to you guys, so let's just hop right into it. Now, I'm sure if you're a fan of girl games, you know that there was a variety of announcements that's probably made you ascend to the very heavens itself, coming face to face with God as you tell him, "Thank you for bestowing this level of peak upon my eyes." He'll simply respond with, "You're not supposed to be here," before you suddenly jolt up into a cold sweat from a dream where you just felt like you were falling. You grip onto your alarm clock and check your phone. X then obliterates you with a variety of Vera dog accounts barking their fucking heads off, and the Wuthering Waves community doing backflips on it for Solin, because Little Miss Tacit Tongue and Throat Mark is some form of manipulative mommy. Also, one of the most breedable looking characters will meet us in the form of a nature elf looking bard, and Arrow Rover is a gigachad stomping their way into your save file. This is going to be very cool, so let's dial in. Now, obviously, from what we saw, the questline everyone is going to be focusing on is the one revolving around Cantarella. She's a Havoc Rectifier, I think. Rectum Fire. A rectum? Something about a rectum? I don't know. Me personally, I couldn't care less. I'm looking forward to someone far more important than Little Miss Tacit Tongue Umbrella Lady. Not only am I still sitting quietly in the Zanny waiting room, I'm also looking forward to getting my hands on this horn-having red-haired elf woman. And you see, I'm sure you may be wondering why it is I don't have Yin Lin if I like red-haired elf women all of a sudden. No, Yin Lin gets fucking cleared by this masterpiece of a nature-looking elf, because little do people know, you show me an elf with horns, leaves, and flowers growing on or around them indicating nature, make the articles of clothing use a variety of greens, whites, browns, and black, I think I'm going to come. Wood elves, nature elves, wild elves, forest elves, Bosmer, you name it, I'm trying to have sexual relations with it. Something that's thrown me off is the fact that she's a bard. I'm not the biggest fans of bards unless it's Baldur's Gate 3 or D&D 5e, but even then, just pure 5e is a little bit of a stretch. Besides, you guys know me, I don't feel inclined to throw money at any gacha character people believe is even remotely hot. I wait for my favorites, happily skip everyone that comes between me and my peak. Speaking of elves, we are getting one step closer to this blonde beauty here. Man, it has me considering. I make it no secret how I feel about this particular demographic of women here. Maybe it's the black heritage in me falling for that stereotypical snow bunny mind control. But going back on the topic of that red-haired nature elf looking person that is, like I said, apparently a bard, I wonder how it is that she's going to function. Is she perhaps going to whip out her guitar and start beating the shit out of people? Or perhaps musical notes will start coming out from her guitar as she plays music, once again beating the shit out of people, but this time with spectral apparition-like musical notes. Or maybe she'll play like Han Ying, which would actually be quite interesting. The new Han Ying, not the old Han Ying. The newest one that came out that has the hairpin that she pulls out and all of a sudden turns into a sexy badass. That Han Ying. It would actually be quite interesting seeing that sort of gameplay style, with two stances as well, considering that we may be entering into the stance phase of Wuthering Waves characters, which I actually think would be really cool. I wonder if her horns will get longer if she ults. I wonder if she'll end up introducing a new element. God, I hope not. She's probably going to be the light element, or Spectro. Yes, it's called Spectro, my bad. There is a part of me, however, that hopes that she doesn't end up being a main DPS. I hope that she's a support. Better yet, I hope that she's a healer. Having another healer for my teams would be actually extremely beneficial. You see, there are some characters that I still don't care to go out of my way to learn their mechanics or skills, so unfortunately I end up getting my ass beat even by regular enemies sometimes. that was a joke. I end up getting my ass beat in TOA sometimes when I don't end up actually performing properly. So being able to recover damage from my incompetence of not being able to understand how to use the character would be great. I'm really hoping that my stats on these characters that I do not give a shit to play will end up carrying me, as well as this beautiful elven woman here that may be a healer. Please, God, be a healer. I'm praying. Solin, hurry up, do it. She looks like a healer, make her a healer. Slap a plus sign next to her face, and boom, people will love her. But speaking of people will love her, I also saw one random tweet that was, I assume, trying to engagement farm, saying that there's a lot of people hating on her. Maybe I just live under a fucking rock, but I see no way that people are actually hating on this beautiful, beautiful woman. She looks like she'd be fun to play. She looks like she'd be fun to play with. Either way, no matter how you look at it, even if you don't like her, you've got to admit, she does look cute. And I want to pinch her elven ears and potentially pull on them. See her reaction to such a stimulation. Anyways, I can keep talking about this character probably for the rest of the video, but don't worry, I won't. If anything, I'd probably make an entirely separate video on her, just like I would do for Zanny. Actually, just like I have for Zanny. Man, I really want Zanny to be a character already. Anyways, moving on. This Wuthering Waves patch is definitely a much needed change of pace. I know it hasn't been an incredibly long time, but Wuthering Waves just ain't the kind of game I could just sign into and play for long periods. I feel like Renacita has been out for like 50 years, and I'm slowly dying of old age before the next patch comes. But I suppose that's how it's supposed to be though. It is a gacha-oriented game at the end of the day, and isn't meant to be played on for long periods of time. Once you finish a patch, you're essentially done and can uninstall the game until another major patch comes. I'll actually make a video on that soon, about how signing in every day to these games are a fucking scam, and you would have a better off account if you just didn't grind these games every single fucking day. Anyways, I think Cartethia, it's Cartethia, right? Whatever. I think Snow Bunny Elf Chick is gonna come around a patch or two before Zanny or after Zanny, the one true queen of the Renacita chapter. Now, I've seen some crazy leaks by complete mistake about Zanny, and I'll say this now, no one so far being shown is stacking up to what Kuro Games may be cooking with her if it all ends up being true. The one thing that I have to say is think of the new Nanami. This is a must-have for the Shu gang. Still, all love if you disagree, however. Again, however, I am sorry that the videos aren't as consistent anymore. There are a lot of things that are piling up in my real life, and I do want to bring out these videos as quickly and as fast and as abundant as possible to you all. There is also a little thing where I may stop streaming as often, as I need to cultivate my following a little bit more on YouTube and on Twitter. I feel like if I split between the two, I'm going to miss out on a lot of progress on the YouTube side of things. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to stream, as I don't plan on wasting you guys' subscriptions, for those of you that have subscribed, so I'm going to make sure that I still stream at least a few times a week. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I still apologize again if this video was rather short. I'm sure in the future, things will go back to normal, but for the time being, tell me all what you think of the future characters releasing for Wuthering Waves. What are you looking forward to, and are you in agreement with anything I said? But with that out of the way, I want you all to take care, and peace.